Have you ever been completely sure about something only to find out you remembered it wrong? Maybe you were convinced a friend said something they never did, or that an object in your house used to be a different color, or you're certain you saw a movie scene that doesn't actually exist. This isn't just being forgetful. Your brain sometimes creates fake memories, and it happens to everyone. Today, we're going to explore why. Memory feels like a perfect video recording of your life, but in reality, it's more like a story your brain keeps rewriting. Every time you remember something, you don't simply replay the memory. You rebuild it. And during that rebuilding process, details can change. That's where false memories begin. When you see or experience something, your brain doesn't store a complete, high-resolution snapshot. Instead, it stores fragments, impressions, emotions, and key details it thinks are important. Later, when you recall that event, your brain fills in the missing pieces. Imagine drawing a house from memory. You might remember the shape, the door, maybe the color, but you probably don't remember how many bricks were in the wall or the exact pattern in the windows. Your brain quietly guesses those details. Most of the time, those guessers are good enough for daily life. But sometimes, your brain fills in the wrong detail. Over time, that wrong detail can become part of the story, and eventually, it feels just as real as the truth. One of the most famous examples of this is the Mandela Effect. Millions of people remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, even though he didn't. He was released, became president of South Africa, and passed away many years later in 2013. So why do so many people remember the same wrong thing? When information is incomplete, the brain uses patterns, expectations, and beliefs to fill the gaps. Our brains like stories that make sense. If a story fits what we expect, we're more likely to believe it, even if it's wrong. When a lot of people share similar cultural experiences, they also share similar expectations, so they can end up forming the same false memory. It feels mysterious or supernatural, but it's really just how human memory works. There are three major ways false memories are created. The first is suggestion. If someone asks you, "Are you sure the car wasn't red?" your brain might start to question itself. You might originally remember a blue car, but after hearing the suggestion, your mind starts to imagine a red one. Eventually, the red car becomes the one you remember. A small suggestion can grow into a full memory. The second way is reconstruction. Every time you recall a memory, your brain reloads it and then saves it again. Each time this happens, tiny changes can creep in over months or years. Those small edits add up. The third is association. Your brain links similar ideas and events together. If two moments feel alike, your mind may merge them into one. You might swear something happened when you were 10, when in reality it happened when you were 15. Your brain kept the emotional core of the event, but lost track of when and where it actually happened. The important thing to understand is that your brain doesn't prioritize accuracy. It prioritizes meaning. Your memory system is not designed to perfectly record the world. It's designed to help you survive, learn, and make decisions. That means it cares more about the lesson, the emotion, and the overall story than about exact details like colors, numbers, or dates. Think about your first day at school. You probably remember how you felt: nervous, excited, overwhelmed. You might remember a few moments clearly, but you probably don't remember what everyone was wearing or what the clock said. This is efficient and useful, but it also means your memories are flexible, not fixed. So what's going on inside the brain when a memory forms or changes? Several key parts of the brain are involved. The hippocampus helps store the story of what happened, the sequence, the context, the where and when. The amygdala adds emotion, especially if the event was scary, exciting, or important. The prefrontal cortex helps rebuild the memory when you recall it, connecting it to your current thoughts and beliefs. When these systems work together, they don't just pull out a stored video file. They recreate the memory from scratch, using the fragments that were saved. This recreation process is powerful, but it's also where errors can be introduced. In one famous experiment, Researchers convinced people that they had been lost in a shopping mall as children, even though it never happened. After being told this story repeatedly, about 30% of participants began to remember the event. They described the layout of the mall, how they felt who found them, and other details. None of it actually happened, but their brains took the suggestion, combined it with real memories of being in malls, and built a vivid new memory that felt completely real to them. So why does your brain create fake memories? Because your mind is not a recorder. It's a storyteller. It constantly adjusts, updates, and reshapes your past to make sense of your present. It fills in gaps, smooths over inconsistencies, and sometimes edits reality to keep your internal story running smoothly. Fake memories aren't a sign that you're broken or unreliable. They're a side effect of a brain that's trying to be efficient and meaningful, not perfectly accurate. If you've ever remembered something incorrectly, you're not alone. You're just human. Thanks for watching Explanora, where complex ideas are simply explained. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more fascinating explorations into your brain and the world around you.